I'm going to work on increasing my volume and speak more clearly and make my speech more efficient that everyone can accept it. My name is Siqi. Steve Kirby said that I got so wasteful one night. I waited for the stop sign to change, and it finally did. This is, you probably don't know who he is, but you will be sure he's a drunk driver, like the picture shown like this. So I don't know what's the story of what is the ending of this story, but I'm pretty sure if he keeps doing drunk driving, and he will not have a happy ending of his whole life. So since I have done some research about drunk driving problems, today I'm going to persuade my audience that by creating a policy that everyone in the United States should not drink anything before you're driving without any kinds of exceptions. I'm going to talk about drunk driving problems by going through what the problem is and why we have this serious problem and how do we ban it completely and effectively. Even though you all know that we have a current law that drunk driving problem is already being banned, but you will not know how serious the problem is still existing. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration (FARS) data, every day in America there is another 28% die from drunk driving crashes in 2013. And over 10,000 people die in drunk driving accident every 51 minutes is almost just a number. And in 2012, over 1.2 million drivers are arrested in 2011 for drunk under influence of alcohol. This is a bunch of numbers that may shock you, but what would be this cost? Imagine if you're dying for a drunk driving. If you are dying in a drunk driving accident, how sad your family and your friends be. They will never going to share any more happiness with you for their future life. And if you are not dying in the drunk driving crashes, you are being disabled. How do you live on with your future life? And also, if you are the drunk driver, but there still have the victims in the drunk driving problems. This is a picture showing that a little girl who is the victim in the drunk driving accident. You can see her face is completely destroyed. I can imagine that her future life will be a complete tragedy. So be responsible. Be responsible for your driving life. Everyone in our class know that drunk driving is not acceptable, but why we still have this serious problem? I'm going to talk about the causes by three major parts. There have a lack of awareness that drivers think drunk driving is not a big deal. And also, the current law is not very complete about drunk driving problems. And we have a lack of public supervising and supporting system for the drunk driving problems. Some of the people think that only drink a little bit is not a big deal for keep driving that back to home if you are keep sober. And 33% of people in our class think that if you only drink a little, it's not that much a big deal for driving. So I think it's not completely acceptable. And what would be often happen for drunk driving problems? People who go after party and celebrate festival or hang out with friends and drinking and spend their holidays, they often drinking. This is high rate about this holidays, how people drinking a lot and having a lot of drunk driving accident. We can see most of us even know the drunk driving is not acceptable, but we still have a high happen rate for drunk driving problems. And also, the current, according to the driving law in Arizona, a person who is 21 or older has a blood alcohol content that is not exceed 0.08% is still count for a safe driver. What it means for that 0.08%? It means one standard drink. The one standard drink is defined as 12 ounces of beer and 5 ounces of wine or 1.5 ounces of distilled spirits. That means if you drink one standard drink per hour, it will still remain in the safe limit for your blood alcohol content. So as we have this kind of exceptions, most of the drivers think they will not catch bad policemen by chance. So they still drink and driving and cause a lot of drunk driving problems. Also, we have a lot of public supervising and supporting system. Imagine if if there's everywhere have a policeman to test you about your blood alcohol content, there will be no more drunk driver. But we do not have that enough facility to supervising you every day. So how do we eliminate the drunk driving problems? I created my own policy and solution that could help to solve this problem. First of all, we should not have any tolerance by law, even though that 0.08% of blood alcohol and alcohol content. With this situation, some more people may